How to create a strong brand for your Instagram account. Instagram marketing does not occur in a vacuum. That is to say that your success on Instagram is at least partly dependent on your success elsewhere, and the way that you integrate your strategy with other forms of social media marketing and content marketing. And the one crucial thing that will tie it all together, that would be your branding. A strong brand is absolutely critical when it comes to helping people quickly identify what your account is about, and whether or not it might be ideal for them. So how do you go about making a great brand for Instagram? Stay tuned and I'll explain everything. First, just what is a brand? A brand is more than a logo. The logo should in fact be an expression of your brand, by which I mean it should reflect what your brand is all about and help others to quickly understand that. From that point onward, your brand should also help others to then identify your content and to know that they're dealing with the same business that they have been. So the place to start is with a mission statement. This is a statement of intent. It explains what the idea behind your business is, why you created it to begin with, and how you hope to make people's lives better through it. Likewise, think about who your brand is for. Who is your buyer persona? Get specific. If your niche is travel, then think about the kind of travel you're focused on. Is your audience interested in backpacking and experiencing countries in an authentic manner? Are they interested in beautiful scenery? Or are you selling luxurious experiences and getaways? These three focuses create entirely different brands aimed at different people. So once you've identified these factors, the logo can be born out of that. Your job is to express that through your logo and your company name, so that someone who has no prior experience of your business can look at it and know right away whether you might have something to offer them. Likewise, make sure that all the images you post and all the text you write is in service of that same mission statement and focus, such that all your content and marketing material is pushing the same values and speaking to the same core audience. This is how you will go about creating a strong brand for your Instagram account, and ultimately, your entire digital marketing strategy. How to sell the dream. Understanding value proposition in Instagram marketing. Do you understand what makes Instagram tick? No? Let me ask that again. Do you really understand what makes Instagram tick? Have you cracked the code, as it were? Have you worked out what the absolutely massive accounts all have in common? If not, listen on and we'll explain. Instagram is a place where you can post images in order to build a following. We can agree on that much. But what is the purpose of those images? From a business standpoint, Instagram is less about reaching as many people as possible, though it is about that too, and is more about trying to make a big impression on those people. It's about building loyalty and influence. And the way you do that is by selling your value proposition. Or to put it another way, you do it by selling the dream. Because behind every business product or service is some kind of dream, some kind of promise that the company is making to the audience. When you sell someone a fitness book, you aren't giving them pages and print. You're giving them a key to unlock the perfect body. You're giving them the means to feel sexy, attractive, energetic, and appealing. You're saying if you buy this book, you will feel happy, confident, and healthy. Except you can't just say that, because that's something that pretty much every company says and very few can substantiate. Instead, then, you want to imply it. And the best way to do that is with images. Images and a fair helping of social proof. That's where Instagram marketing comes in as the ideal tool. Of course, Instagram is an image-based platform where posting pictures is the main way you contribute. That and making comments and sharing likes. Therefore, it's all about looking good and then congratulating others on looking good. And so if you're selling that fitness book, or if you're selling sports clothes, you can share images of people looking happy, sexy, confident, and healthy while using your product. Then, when other big influencers do the same thing, it all sends one very powerful message, and it creates an emotional response in the viewer that makes them want to follow, so that they can feel that this lifestyle is already a part of their identity, and that ideally also makes them want to buy. How to set up your Instagram business account in 5 easy steps. Instagram is one of the most popular platforms for marketers because of just how easy it makes it for creators to reach a large audience. Instagram has a low ROI in that it doesn't take very long to create a post. Just point the camera and shoot. but you can potentially gain a lot from a single successful image. And the good news is that this low barrier to entry begins the moment you get started. That is to say, that it takes no time at all to get started with an account as a business. In fact, you can get started in just 5 steps. Step 1. Download the app. For all Instagram has going for it, it does lack a good website or PC app. The best way to get started is still on mobile, so you'll want to download it on Android or iOS. Another slight limitation is that the iPad app is sorely dated. Step 2. Choose a name. You'll need to choose a name for your account, as well as a name that will appear on your profile. Try to choose a display name that reflects what you do. Ideally, this will be the same brand you're using elsewhere. Alternatively, if you're creating a personal brand, then you should choose that name. Step 3. Create a bio and choose a profile picture. You'll need to choose a bio and profile picture next. Make sure that the profile image is representative of the kinds of content you'll be posting. For many people, this is the first contact they'll get with your brand. Your bio should quickly describe what your account is all about and link back to your site or store. Step 4. Make it a business account. You can choose to make your account a business account when you first sign up, or you can switch to a business account later on. Either way, you'll gain access to more analytics and information, and will be able to access other more useful features. Step 5. Become verified. If you are a known name or have a known brand, then becoming verified means you'll be singled out as the official account with a badge. This can help you build trust and authority with your audience, but it also gives you access once again to additional features and benefits, such as being able to swipe up on stories to visit linked sites. How to use influencer marketing on Instagram to accelerate your growth. While Instagram marketing can be highly profitable, effective, and a worthwhile way to grow a brand, it can also be sometimes an extremely slow process. So what if I told you that there were growth hacks out there that you could use to quickly grow your business to gigantic heights? In this presentation, we'll be taking a look at one of the most effective growth hacks of them all, influencer marketing. So just what is influencer marketing? Essentially, this is a form of marketing that involves reaching out to an established influencer, someone who has a large audience already that trusts them. From here, you'll then be asking them to promote your brand by sharing content you have created, or by giving you a shout-out. This is normally in exchange for a fee. The reason this is so effective is that it enables you to benefit from the full advantages of Instagram marketing, all without the time and effort it normally takes to do so. People invest huge amounts of money and effort into Instagram marketing because it lets them communicate with millions of people in some cases, and to gain their trust and loyalty. But with influencer marketing, you can reach the same audience via someone who has earned their trust and loyalty immediately. Some brands will pay $1,000 for every 100,000 subscribers a channel has. That means that someone with several million subscribers can earn huge amounts from each post. You might not have quite that much to invest, but it should still demonstrate just how valuable those brands obviously think a big Instagram account can be. And it should explain why reaching out to an account with 5,000 subscribers and paying considerably less can be a highly worthwhile strategy. Better yet, why not consider working with influencers via ad swaps and collaborations? That way you gain the exposure for free. Reach out to another creator in your niche and offer to make a joint post, or to give them a shout out in exchange for them doing the same. In doing this, you'll both benefit from gaining access to each other's audiences, but without having to build up those numbers from scratch. Don't try and reach out to the biggest brands on the net from the start. Most of them won't respond to you. Instead, start with a channel that is a similar size to yours. As you grow from each collaboration, you can aim for a bigger and bigger account next time. How to win at Instagram without taking a single photo. Instagram, it's all about the photos, right? Well, yes and no. Sure, Instagram is populated largely by images, and this is what was originally focused on when it first came to life. But that doesn't mean that photography is the only thing to be found on the platform. Nor does it mean that you have to be an ace photographer in order to be successful. If you don't have a high-quality camera, If you aren't particularly confident in your ability to take photos, or if you just don't have the time, you can still be highly successful on Instagram. And in this presentation, you're going to find out how. One way to become successful on Instagram without taking a single photo is to use stock photography sites. Sign up to one of those, and you'll be able to find and use photos in any niche or category simply by searching for them. You'll be entitled to edit those images too, and even do things like add writing on top of them. So let's say you have a motivational page. All you need to do is locate photos of people climbing mountains or standing in front of sunsets, and then add in some inspiring quotes using fonts that you get from the same source. It's that easy. That's one way you can create a successful account without taking a single photo, but there are others too. One is to use pictures from other users. You'll need to ask their permission first, but if you can promise free exposure, then most people will be pleased and flattered to be included. This way you can create an account that acts as the best of within a certain category, or a showcase. People will clamor to be featured as your channel grows, and you'll be able to keep a consistent stream of high-quality content without having to take any photos yourself. And we're still just scratching the surface. You can use photos that fall under fair use. You can use illustrations and designs. You can use 3D models, or you can use snippets of audio. All that's standing between you and a highly successful Instagram account then is your imagination. So don't be put off by Instagram just because you aren't a photographer. Think outside the box, and you can still create a highly successful online brand.